What's going on, guys? It is Nate here, and the trailer for Modern Warfare finally released. And yeah, it's a Call of Duty Modern Warfare game in 2019. Who would have thought? It's kind of incredible. And it does look really good, and I understand why people want to jump on the hype bandwagon. And I'm going to go over a bunch of the good stuff that it's going to do. But I am still a little bit worried. So I am very cautiously optimistic about this game because the trailer and the stuff that they've been, the information that they've been pushing out, it sounds amazing. But I've been burnt before by Call of Duty. I've heard all these promises before, so I'm not gonna get my hopes up 100%. I'm gonna definitely wait and see to see if it's anything worthwhile. But there's a ton of good stuff that's definitely going to be in the game. For instance, there's a brand new engine, which is pretty much the first time in Call of Duty history, I believe, since like COD 4. They pretty much modified a Quake engine and turned it into an Infinity Ward engine. And then pretty much every Call of Duty since then has modified that engine and improved upon it, but it's still been the same old, very, very old engine. And it's definitely been time for an upgrade. And supposedly they spent 5 whole years creating a new engine. So that definitely gives me some optimism. Now, engines in Call of Duty have a ton to do with how the gameplay feels. Just take a look at COD 4. It was really smooth and fluid and fun to play. And then you take a look at COD 4 Remastered, which used the Advanced Warfare engine, and it felt like a completely different game. I did not enjoy COD 4 Remastered at all. Even though it had the same guns and the same stats, it did not feel the same at all. Gave me no nostalgia because it used a completely different engine. So hopefully this engine still has that nice, crisp Call of Duty feel and doesn't make the gameplay bad. We don't really know anything about multiplayer. I don't believe we've seen any footage. I don't think any of the YouTubers who visited Infinity Ward saw any footage or recorded anything or know anything about multiplayer. So we shall see when it comes to that. But there's a couple things that I do know. I do know there is no season pass, which is great because it always felt like a waste of money. You got some trash maps, and that's pretty much it. Any of the weapons were locked behind separate paywalls and supply drops and stuff. And of course, supply drops are going to be coming back. COD points are confirmed. So that's kind of a bummer, but at least there's no season pass. Everyone gets all the maps, all the content, all that stuff for free. Now, PlayStation does get it early, which kind of stinks. But it's only 7 days early, so if there is going to be like a console exclusivity thing, I guess 7 days isn't too bad compared to like a month that PlayStation used to have to wait when Xbox got it early. So definitely not a good thing, but it's not terrible. It's not, worth not buying the game for. Something else amazing that the game is doing is something that Fortnite and Rocket League have been doing for a while, just cross-platforming. You can now play Xbox and PlayStation people. They're putting them in the same lobbies. And PC people can only play with them if they use a controller, I believe. Or if they're partnered up with a console buddy, then they'll be put in console lobbies because I don't think that they want mouse and keyboards just to be smashing all these controller guys because that's just a super unfair advantage. But that is completely awesome that PC, PS4, and Xbox players can all play together. That's a huge thing for gaming in general, not just Call of Duty, because hopefully it's going to pressure other big companies now that Epic and Activision and all that stuff has done the cross-platforming. It seems like PlayStation's finally willing to play with the other companies, so that's a great thing. Another great thing in multiplayer, we don't know too much about it, but the stuff we do know, there are specialist characters, but they have no abilities or weapons. So it's pretty much just like having a skin. Like, they don't affect the gameplay at all, which is awesome. I thought that was one of the worst things about Black Ops 4. The specialists just were super annoying. Every single gadget, every single weapon they had were super annoying and kind of ruined the game for me. And I can't really get too excited because Activision is behind this game after all. And it seems like every single year we get our hopes up, we get hyped for this new Call of Duty that's going to be so completely radically different. It's going to save the franchise, and then all of a sudden Activision comes in and puts their business model behind it and kind of ruins everything. So like for Black Ops 3, really enjoyed that game, thought it was super solid. And then they put all these weapons in supply drops, and you had to pay for them pretty much. It was very hard to get them, and they were really good weapons too, so I'm kind of scared that that kind of stuff is going to happen with Modern Warfare, but I don't know. I guess the building blocks, the main structure for a good game, the potential is there. A lot of old Call of Duty fans are really excited. People that haven't bought the game in a while, they think they're going to be picking this one up. And for the newer Call of Duty fans, the ones that haven't really experienced the Modern Warfare series, I think they're excited to go back to a more simple time without the jetpacks and lasers and stuff like that. So I guess we'll see in the future whether the game's going to be good. Hopefully there's some sort of beta. Hopefully there's some sort of multiplayer trailer soon, and we get to find out what type of gameplay is going to be going on. It looked like some familiar weapons are coming back, like the AK and the MP5 and the FAMAS. So I don't know. I'm optimistic, but I'm very cautious about being hyped because Call of Duty seems to always somehow let me down, especially recently. So that's pretty much all I have to say about it. There's a lot of good, positive stuff, but of course there is. It was like a gameplay reveal. They're not going to release anything negative. And even if you're still scared about buying the game, if you don't want to waste $60, definitely wait a couple months. Because it seems that Call of Duty releases and it's perfect, and then they wait a couple months before they implement their supply drops and pay to win and hidden weapons stuff. They seem to do that after a few months, so it looks like their launch is clean and all the fans give them positive ratings on all the websites, and then they put that sneaky stuff in later to make their money back. So if you want to buy the game and you're not sure about it, I wouldn't worry about buying it on day one. I would definitely see what happens with that. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys. Are you guys excited for it? Are you just burnt out on Call of Duty and don't care? Are you super hyped? Can't wait to play that Spec Ops, which hopefully is amazing. Spec Ops hasn't been Call of Duty in forever. I love co-op PvE stuff. So yeah, let me know in the comments. Are you guys excited or no? I'm very interested to hear. It seems on Twitter and Reddit everyone's very excited for this game, and all the ratings on their videos have been very positive, unlike the Infinite Warfare trailer. So we shall see. Maybe this is a turning point in Call of Duty. I'm very excited to see what the new engine can do, and that's pretty much all I have for you guys, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.